first video I missed out to explain what biruGaali really means. So biruGaali is a Kannada word for storm. biruGaali has been my gamer tag for the longest time, and the game which I predominantly play is Counter-Strike, and I've used this gamer tag I think for the past few years, and I think the gamer tag concept itself is such a rebranding kind of thing, because you can pick and choose whatever name you want, and most of the time is like the most ridiculous things which comes up as your gamer tag. But also, if you want to have something which you feel like you can rediscover yourself, at least that's what it means for me. So I feel like the gamer tag is an opportunity for me to really rediscover myself. It's that deep for me. So that is why to also encapsulate my playing style, I went with biruGaali, and it stuck with me for quite some time. And yeah, speaking about gamer tags, speaking about games, you just can't ignore the World Cup. Oh my god, and the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi, is still playing at such a level. He's still the top scorer in this event, and or should I say tournament. Like, does it really matter? But he's just killing it, and there's nobody even. He's not even trying to score so many goals. He's just trying to make sure that Argentina performs well, and he's just playing an amazing game. And today, the game today was so early, I missed it, but yeah, I watched every game, and it's been like such a pleasure just watching him play. And I've been following his career since he started playing in Barcelona, and now he's just, I don't feel like there's any player you can compare with him who's on his level. There's not any other player who comes close. He's won the World Cup, he's done so well, and he can do everything with the football. And yeah, again, if you feel that you can compare someone with Messi, please go ahead in the comments, let me know. I will be very happy to prove you wrong, because there is no player like Messi. But one big thing when it comes to World Cups and supporting a player or supporting a team, it's almost an accepted reality that India is never going to be there. Indian players are never going to be there. I would love to support someone like Chetri who plays for Bengaluru FC, but India doesn't make it to the World Cup. It's just an accepted reality. And I was listening to this Raj Shamnani podcast. He had Ranjit Bajaj as a guest, and this guy was just so fed up with the system. He was so upset with AIFF. I also tried to read into this guy, Ranjit Bajaj, and turns out he's also not so legit. But it's like an accepted fact now that most people in India, especially who are in these kind of organizations, are not legit. And he kept saying that AIFF, which is the All India Football Federation, is not legit. And yeah, and probably it is true. And again, I just I never just take someone's word for anything. I personally feel that if I can experience that at some level, or if I get something first hand, like I can see that by myself, then that is when I start believing. And I'm pretty sure most of us who've lived here for quite some time are familiar or have gone through a situation where they have faced something which is illegal, or have seen someone doing corruption, and we've just gotten used to it. But yeah, speaking specifically with respect to sports, if corruption is a major part of the sports industry, I don't feel like we're going to get the most high caliber of players or the high caliber of teams which are required to compete in a tournament like the World Cup. where countries like Iran, who are in a war, are playing. Countries like so many small countries, Bosnia and Herzegovina. I mean, I might have messed up their pronunciation, but yeah, but these countries are in the World Cup, and there's a reason for it because they have given the number of people there, no matter how small, a very fair chance to play for their national team because it's a matter of pride. And here it's not really a matter of, it is a matter of pride for the players who are representing the country, but for the people running these big I mean the BCCIs and the AFF, it really doesn't matter. And again, I'm not some expert on this, but I have also seen at even the lower levels of these organizations that there is some level of politics and corruption, whatever you may call it. Basically, not a fair chance to everyone which exists. It's still there. And when I was probably when we used to go for these under 16 and under 14 tournaments, so we used to have these selections, and whoever got selected got a chance to represent Karnataka at the state level or whichever district they were playing for at the district level. And I used to go for these selections during my summer holidays when I was in school. And we were just of the mindset that we're getting a chance to play. We never knew what was at stake or what are we entering into. We just wanted to play. We just wanted to hold the bat or ball and just be out there. And because that was all that we did when we used to play cricket, or during our summer holidays, that is the only things which we did. So yeah, I mean that is what we did. So I, again, story time. So I just like to say some one thing is that I have also faced few situations where I felt like it was not fair, and I was so slow. I mean, I didn't even realize that something wrong was happening. So this is, I would like I this is just one of such situations, one of those situations. So I was, again, I think, an under 16 tournament, and I've always been a bowler. I never used to bat. So uh, in one of these under 16 tournaments, we were put into bowl first, and it was a test match, and in the first innings I took around 5 wickets, and I was of the opinion that this is a good uh, performance, or at least there's a chance of me getting selected for the next game or the next tournament or to represent Canada, whatever it is. I thought it was a good performance. And then our boys went into bat, and there was a collapse. I think we were around 6 or 7 down, and the coach told me that you go bat and just make sure that you don't get out. Just bat till the end of the day. Doesn't matter if you score runs or not. Just make sure that you hold on to your wicket. I think after I went into bat, we might have lost 1 or 2 wickets, but we batted till the end of the day. There were, I think, around 15 or 10 overs left, and I faced around 60 balls or 10 overs, and I scored around 10 runs. And I thought whatever the coach said, I was able to do it. That was what I thought, and I thought next day we can probably come back, probably show up and ball better, or at least hold on and try to get a higher score and avoid follow on. All of these were the thoughts, or that was my thought process at that point in time. So next day I walk in to take up. And again, we never used to carry kits. We used to share. Again, other than the abdomen guard, we used to share everything. So I was trying to pad up and everything, and the coach said, "You don't need to pad up." So I was like, okay, is it raining? What is the issue? I didn't even ask the coach at that point in time. And then I saw there was another kid who just walked in instead of me into the pitch. And I didn't know at that point in time that I was directly substituted, so I'm not going to play again in the entire match. But I thought he's just going to bat and then I'm going to go bowl. I don't know what sort of logic I had at that point in time, but that is what I thought. And then we obviously got out, or we were all out. Since we were all already at the tail enders, so everyone got out. And then it was I thought I'm going to get to bowl because I've taken 5 wickets in the first innings, so I thought I was going to get to bowl for sure. So again, I start walking towards the ground, and the coach tells me, "You're done with the match. If you want, you can go home. We will not be playing again in this match." And then I asked him about what about the selections and everything. He told we have your coach's number, your parents' number as well. We'll let you know. And yeah, and I had another friend who was a wicket keeper, and he still played the entire match. And so I was like, okay, anyway, since I'm already here, I might as well watch the game and then leave. So towards the end of day 3, we did end up winning the match. I don't remember exactly how, but we did end up winning the match. And but much before the match had completely concluded, right at the end of that day where I was told not to play, I just spoke with my friend, and at least he used to understand what was really going on. So I was like, and he kept asking me like, why didn't you play? Why didn't you play? I was like, coach told me not to play. And then I think somewhere in between he understood why I didn't play, and I think he felt bad for me, but he didn't want to explain the truth to me at that point in time. So at the end of that particular day where I didn't get to play, he comes up to me, he's like, dude, you didn't get to play because the coach just let one of his friends, or maybe someone he knows well, one of their kids, he wanted to a chance to take part in this tournament, and he was late in registering, so he got to play instead of you. He's just close with the coach, so he got to play. And even after he said that, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He wanted someone to play. I never thought of it as, okay, some corruption or some sort of thing which is not legit. But I think few years down the line, I understood, okay, that this is the kind of system we are in, and there is nothing you can do. Especially in my case, when I didn't even understand that I was getting scammed. Like, even if you are getting scammed, like, what will you do? Like, if you don't have backing of someone, or unless you're like ridiculously talented, I think even in such cases, people don't get through. So there's nothing much you can do about it unless the people at the top really realize that this is what is going on, and that is why we're not able to produce many good players. And again, if you're really talented, you get through. And for mediocre people like me who just plays well once in a while, it's not really easy to get ahead of everyone if you don't have the support of the system, which is what I personally feel. And in a system which is inherently flawed like this, it is really hard to get ahead. So yeah, I mean, that is what I have faced. And please let me know in the comments if you have gone through something similar, or you have come across something. And I really do hope that India and this Ranjit guy gets India to the World Cup. I'm really hopeful of that. But yeah, but these things I feel everyone goes through. Like anyone who's played sports in India at some level, no matter what level, they have gone through this at some point. And yeah, I felt like this is something which is inherent in India only, and that is what is holding us back. So yeah, that is how it is. But I'm still hopeful. India in the World Cup 2030 at least, maybe. Okay then, catch you guys in the next one. Cheers and thanks for watching.